I used to think that Devon is going to have a difficult time in the 105 kg class. Becoming the champion and staying the champion there is not going to be as easy as Devon thinks. But if we think more about it, I think Devon was right when he said that there is going to be no competition in that weight category and he's going to destroy everyone. Before we discuss the reasons why I think Devon is going to be unbeatable there, let's quickly discuss some important news updates. It seems as if both Devon and Auden are going to have super matches at King of the Table on September 28th. Devon said this about his next right arm match. I think at 105, I might go right for the champ. And obviously, as of now, Oleg Petrenko is the champion of the world. And until that time, he's not going to have any other right arm super match. So it's safe to say it is between Petrenko and Devon Larratt at King of the Table for the 105 kg East versus West or Core Sports World title, whatever you want to call it. I might have a little bit fun left-handed. So looks like Devon is planning to have that left arm Leonidas Arcona super match on the same event. And Leonidas and Devon both have been public about it by now. And Leonidas was even wearing a t-shirt of their faces on it. So it's kind of confirmed now. There could have been better left-handed matches for Devon, but people are going to enjoy this one as well. Leonidas should be the heavy underdog here, but he may have improved enough to at least make it look close in the beginning rounds. Devon talked about the Levan match one more time, and basically many of us thought that the back injury that Devon talked about was not that serious, but at least for a few days it was quite serious. Devon said that it has recovered 100% now, but his whole body twisted and his back was destroyed in round 1 when he tried to hit the king's move and stop Levan. We saw Devon's legs floating under the table trying to stop Levan's flop press with a king's move, and that's where Devon hurt his back, and it was nothing like he had ever felt before. Devon talked about the documentary movie which is called The Arm Wrestler. He said that the documentary will release. Right now they're editing it up and it will be released soon. So it looks like many fans were kind of skeptical about the documentary because they were hopeful Devon is going to beat Levan the second time around, which obviously didn't happen. So are they going to include any footage from that time? Maybe not, because it is not going to make much sense. Devon mentioned that the Joe Rogan interview is also going to happen in the future. Joe said at some point we would have to do a show together. So he said that he's not in any rush. The later it is, the better it is going to be for everyone. Now let's talk about Devon's presence in the 105 kg class. Devon said that he's going to be arm wrestling a lot there. So it's not just a one-time thing. But I'm not really sure if it is not going to be the same as 115 kg for Devon. Because if he beats Petrenko comfortably, which he very likely may do, then how many people are going to be worthy opponents for him? So let's discuss why Devon cannot be beaten there. There are some logical arguments like by Engin Terzi when he mentioned that losing weight for someone who is kind of fat is different than for Devon because he was already ripped even in the super heavyweight category when he was basically about 121 kilos. So him going down to 105, he's not going to lose a lot of fat. It is going to be a lot of muscle mass as well. This makes complete sense. But for a similar argument, many experienced arm wrestlers say that the hand and wrist strength is the last one to go. You kind of retain it when you get old and you also retain it when you lose weight. So Devon's main weapon is his hand and wrist. So even if he gets light, he may still be not equally strong, but at least 95% of what he was when he faced Levan Saginashvili. And that is going to be a problem for someone. The reason why Devon cannot be beaten there is the absence of flop press. How is Devon getting beat? Round 1, even Levan Saginashvili had to resort to a flop press. However, I believe that even if Levan did not win that first round using a flop press, even if he lost it, then the second round could have looked equally easy for him because that's a completely different story. Levan always flash pins everyone, be it Devon or be it Hermes Gasparini, when he's on the left side of the table for the viewers, basically when he does not have the buckle. But if we talk about the Gennady Quickvinia loss, Devon Larratt lost to a flop press. He did not lose to a top roll. And basically all of the guys in that class are top rollers. The way Devon is built with long forearms which are kind of lean, he's not made to defend against a flop press. It kind of becomes difficult for him. We saw that in the second round against Matt Mask as well in the 2018 WL match. Devon couldn't stop Matt's flop press. So the natural question may be, why can't the 105 kg class guys do the same what Matt tried to do in 2018? Because Devon is basically going to be the same size and maybe same strength, although I do not agree with that. But still, there is a reason there. And the reason is Devon has a hook. While being unhookable himself, Devon can actually force the hook on other people. If we talk about Devon's matches, in 105 kg, nobody is forcing the hook on him. In 115, maybe Ivan Matushenko, but that's also going to be really difficult. And even Ivan does not think that he can do that. And the reason why I mentioned that Devon has a hook, it is not that he has to force people in a hook to avoid their top roll. It is not because he cannot take their wrist. It is because if they try to give their wrist by their own, like Gennady Quickvinia did, in that case, he has the option to force the hook to block the flop press. He did that to Gennady too in one round, and he actually won that round. So if Devon can do that to Gennady, he's for sure going to do that and block the flop presses of all of the 105 kg guys. So even if that weapon is deadly against Devon, he won't let anyone access that weapon at all. Nobody in that class is Gennady Quickvinia or Levant Saginashvili, whose flop press Devon cannot stop. So the hook is not going to work against Devon. The flop press is not going to work against Devon. Basically, there is only one option left, and that is a top roll. And when was the last time you saw anyone take Devon's wrist? Even if they are close to doing that, Devon will hit the king's move and take their wrist as well. And after that, it is going to be all over. So these are the reasons why I think Devon is going to be undefeated in the 105 kg class. Do you agree? Please mention in the comments, like the video and subscribe.